Well, hello there, motherfuckers, and welcome to your Raw review. It's the 4th of July. I wasn't expecting a great show. I knew that they were gonna, put together some shitty show because they knew they didn't have to do that much. Stephanie wasn't on the show, Shane wasn't on the show. So you knew that they weren't really gonna take this show too seriously. And boy, oh boy, did they not take it seriously. And you'd be like, bruh, it's wrestling. How could they be taking it so seriously? Well, we've had holiday Raws in the past, years ago, Attitude Era, Ruthless Aggression Era, and they managed to entertain. Now, I understand you don't want to put all your eggs in one basket, but let's be perfectly honest. This is the same quality Raw that we would get even if it wasn't a holiday episode. And I don't know about the ratings yet. There's some guy out there on Twitter, some famous guy who's predicting the ratings, thinks the show is going to get like a 1.5. And I hope he's right. The guy has been an expert at predicting ratings, based on like the airing on holidays and current trends. So it appears to me that this Raw might be one of the lowest rated of the year. And I hope that it does because this was a lazy show. It was a show that didn't even try. They didn't even try at least to make it a little entertaining. How do we start off the show? What a food fight. Is it Thanksgiving? No. Usually this is they usually leave this for Thanksgiving. We've had some classic food fights on Thanksgiving. Now, this is something you'd say that's PG, but they always used to do these types of food fights in the Attitude Era. They had a big one in, 2000, for example, with Commissioner Foley. So you can't really say that this is something unique to this era. But there was, it was at least funny back then. I don't know if it's worn out or this is tiresome. No, it's not that. It's just the way how it was put out. No funny jokes or anything. They didn't even try to make this opening segment entertaining. They played some music. It was like a really big time goof fest, is what it was. They, instead of making it funny, they just made it fucking silly. WWE used to do some comedy, which I said you could laugh at. It would be some classically entertaining humor that might have been lowbrow. Let's be perfectly honest, but still, it was a bit more ingenious than this. Now there was some little shenanigans which were a little entertaining, like Kevin Owens hiding underneath the table. Chris Jericho pulling a band-aid out, but Heath Slater getting choke slammed through another table. Didn't he get like RKO'd at some other little party they had backstage on another show? So they keep on repeating those jokes, and then at the end, an imaginary, well, like some, I want to say imaginary, but some random hand comes out of nowhere and puts a pie in Kevin Owens' face. Like in 2016, we're still doing Doink the Clown pie in the faces. Are you fucking serious? I mean, this is a little bit, amateurish, is what I'm saying. Hey, guys, gotta come up with something funny for Raw. Well, any ideas there? Oh, yeah, let's throw a pie in Kevin Owens' face. I mean, we're supposed to take this guy seriously. He's a tough guy. We're having a hard enough time accepting him as a big star based on the way how he looks, because he doesn't look like a star. Now we're throwing pies in his face. Oh, Brad, have a sense of humor. I think anybody who watched this channel knows that my sense of humor is just fine. It's this fucking product. I mean, first of all, someone threw a pie in Kevin Owens' face. Why is he taking his aggression out on the fucking furniture in the room? Why doesn't he attack the person who put the pie in his face? We didn't even see who did it. It's like, like, I mean, what, like, who's going to be entertained? Am I supposed to sit here like a mindless drone and just accept what's being shat out at me? I mean, look at this. Like I said, it's almost like when you watch Raw, your TV morphs into a giant ass and just starts throwing shit pellets at you. That's how it feels like. I mean, this is not like watching a normal show like Walking Dead, where I feel like I'm a part of something, like a true legacy here, like something great is happening on my TV. I feel like I'm just some stupid idiot who's sitting in front of his TV. I feel like sadomasochistic, like I'm inflicting harm on myself, like some type of lowly emo. I mean, that's what it is. Raw has become just that. It's like cutting your wrists. It's like it's foolish. It's dumb. It's like, why would you do something like that? And I ask myself this all the time. And I have already made the proclamation. I don't care if they're like trying to force people to watch SmackDown. Hey, you don't want to watch SmackDown? Well, we're going to put some of your favorite wrestlers on other shows. I don't even like half those schmucks anyway, so I ain't going to watch it. I already told you guys. I'm not even sure I'm going to watch another pay-per-view. I'm probably going to keep it to one pay-per-view a month. And unless they do like a special like Roadblock or the Beast in the East type of shit. But other than that, no SmackDown. I'm keeping it to Raw. In fact, I don't even care if SmackDown has slightly of a better roster. Raw is. I just know that they're gonna do more with Raw. More always happens on Raw. This ain't 2003 anymore, where SmackDown, is somehow magically better. No, this is not the same era. That's what people keep on fucking up. Either they got people saying that are too young and they didn't live through it already. They didn't live through the first brand extension. As I said, they're not even removed from the brand extension. Barely 5 years, and we're already off to the races with another one. You've got to be fucking kidding me. And so we start off with Rusev defeating Titus O'Neil, and it's like after this, like, can't they book this match in a way where Titus could still look strong instead of having him, that's it. After all this, that's it. Titus loses clean, and let's move on to the next thing. I mean, here you have a guy, have him come out looking like Uncle Sam. You got him all goofy like that and everything. It's like, I'm all for the guy being patriotic. Come out in the tights, but the whole hat and shit like that, and then have him get tapped out like in 5 minutes. I mean, come on. Like I said, I had a lot of faith in Titus O'Neil. It's not his fault. He's trying really hard. Like I said, it's none of the talent's fault in most cases. It's these goofball fucking writers. There's nothing wrong with Titus O'Neil. The guy tried the best he could in this feud, but what is he supposed to work with? You know what I mean? This guy has a match. He gets his kids insulted. He gets a count out victory, and then he just loses clean. I mean, like, what does Titus gain from this? They didn't put him over in any way. It looked like maybe they were trying something for a time, but that's how it always is with WWE. They're always trying something with somebody, and then they just completely fuck it up. And the thing is, it's like I want to know, like, who's responsible for this? It's like McMahon. But, like, is he the one doing this? Why is he sabotaging his own product? You could say that the product was going downhill, back in 95 and 96 and shit like that. But at least guys like Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart always looked strong. Even some of the mid-card guys always looked strong. They protected them. Now, the storylines and the way things were going might have been shit, but I would take that 10 times over this bullshit. I mean, come on already. I mean, are they going to protect anybody? Is everybody, who has potential not going to be realized? I mean, come on, let the guy do something. McMahon, this is right up your alley. Titus O'Neil, right away people are going to start with the racist bullshit. I know that, but that's not it. I mean, come on, look at Titus O'Neil. This guy has got the charisma. He's got the look. He's okay in the ring. He's not too shabby. So why not give him a fucking shot? They make like they're going to give him a shot, and then they just completely fuck it up. You know, what more can you really say about something like this? You know, it's just, you got a talented guy and they're not using him correctly. Enzo and Cass come out against the social outcasts. So Titus O'Neil is dressed up like Uncle Sam. Oh, while we're at it, why don't we dress up the social outcasts like the founding fathers? Now, you guys know from other videos on this channel that I'm a patriot. I mean, look at me. The thing is, what are they doing here, dressing them up like this? So get them the fuck out of here already. Well, the social outcast, it could be entertaining. You got some charismatic guys in the group. We know Heath Slater is entertaining. We know Bo Dallas could be. We even see that Curtis Axel is trying to up his charisma. Instead of trying to make a genuine effort to get these guys over, let's just make them look completely fucking ridiculous, huh? And then, Enzo and Cass came out. I like he was naming all the presidents. I gotta say, that was pretty impressive. How many of you motherfuckers out there in the YWC can name every single fucking president? Probably none. So that I gotta say that was pretty impressive, actually. When Enzo and Cass come out, I feel like something changes in the air. It's almost like toxic gas all of a sudden. Then all of a sudden it starts smelling like motherfucking Febreze. I mean, all jokes aside, you notice that the charisma level, you notice that Enzo and Cass, when they come out, you kind of get that feeling, well, at least for me, that I used to get when some of, my favorites during the Attitude Era and the Ruthless Aggression Era used to come out. You get a sense like these guys, these are stars, and even though their full potential hasn't been realized, at least they're trying with them. And we'll talk about that later in the show. Charlotte came out to cut her promo, and I gotta be honest, I really like Charlotte on the mic. I think that she shows a lot more charisma than any of the girls in years, including AJ, including anybody really. I just, she comes out there, she tries hard on the mic, and I think that she's animated on the mic. She's trying, and I see a genuine effort there. And, I got to call a spade a spade. She's doing a good job, and people knock her all the time, and I think it's unwarranted. I think she's pretty fucking good. And Dana Brooke, oh, yeah. All right. Anyway, Sasha comes out, and I want to give a shout out to somebody who always comments on my videos here, Red McGee. She talked about Sasha and her overbite. And I kind of thought to myself, overbite? What is she talking about? And then I go and I look at Sasha when she's talking. And then I couldn't help it. But then I started to notice that because she's got these kind of like teeth that stick outward a little bit, she kind of has almost like a little bit of a lisp when she talks. And I was like, oh shit, and then all of a sudden, like my eyes like locked in on it, like, and I was like, there is an overbite there, and Red McGee was right. She fucking hit the nail on the head. Sasha has an overbite. It's very distracting. Talented, charismatic girl. But I gotta say, I think that Charlotte's really come into her own. I think she's even a little bit more charismatic than Sasha now. Credit to Charlotte. Maybe she's trying harder in her role, or WWE's letting her cut loose a bit more on the mic. But I think she's doing a really good job. Sasha started beating up. Sasha beat up Charlotte, locked her in the bank statement. not bad. Some good mic work from Charlotte. Um, Dean Ambrose, our champion, came out. The guy who looks like a normal guy. There you go. Against the Miz. Champion versus champion. Why is it champion versus champion? I don't know. I don't fucking know. They just put the match out there. It's champion versus champion. It's supposed to be special. I'll give them that. You don't really see this too often. Why not? It's a holiday. It's like, why? And once again, one champion loses, and it's the Miz, because of course, the Intercontinental Champion can't beat the World Champion again. A champion loses clean on the show. Why are champions always losing? This is an age-old question. We've had a team of scientists working on it to try to figure out this mystery of why these matches are booked this way, why the champions always have to lose. The Miz hasn't wrestled in a long time. He wrestles Kane last week, gets counted out. Then he has another match, and then he loses. Okay, it's like momentum, anything. Do they even try anymore? Why does the Miz have to take a loss here? Like, is it not enough to have Rollins interfere here? Yeah. Anyway, Rollins comes out. He pats Dean Ambrose. Ambrose runs to the ring, and he makes like he's going to attack him, and then he goes to sit on commentary. I mean, right there, that kind of shows that Ambrose is like a loose cannon, but not enough. So you got Rollins and Dolph Ziggler in the next match. And I got to say, Ambrose did a good job on commentary here. And JBL, JBL repeating the same lines over and over. Oh, you scare little children. JBL, your commentary not only scares little children, but scares everybody who watches the damn show. I mean, how cliche is JBL? How annoying is this guy? He's almost reached the level of annoyance of a fucking Michael Cole. Michael! It's like, JBL has almost become a caricature of himself, a fucking shadow of his former self. As I said, back in 06, this guy was tearing it up on the mic. He was doing an awesome fucking job doing commentary as a heel commentator. Now he's just like the random goofball color analysis guy. I mean, even fucking Don West was more, Don West was pretty good for what he was, a shill man. And JBL is just a fucking idiot. He really is. He comes off sounding like a fucking moron half the time. Sometimes he sounds dumber than Cole, which is really saying something. So Rollins beats Ziggler. Ziggler takes another loss. I don't get Ziggler's direction here. Have a match, have 1,000 matches with Baron Corbin. Nobody gets over in that feud. Nothing comes over. Here's Ziggler again losing to Rollins. Where's the rhyme? Where's the reason? Who the fuck is booking this shit? Once again, I have to say it. I mean, really, there's no rhyme or reason in the booking. It's like, basically, I think they have a monkey. Yeah, there's a bunch of names on a fucking whiteboard, a chalkboard in the back. They give a monkey a big pile of shit, and he throws the shit at the fucking chalkboard with the names, and wherever the shit lands, one name, the other name. Oh, one landed on Rollins, the other landed on Ziggler. That's who's wrestling. Okay, then. And I guess, whoever, the duty starts running down the name first, I guess that's maybe who loses or wins. I don't know. They probably got it down to a whole science there. Who knows? People are probably dancing what's going on as well, and there's like, I don't know what the hell's going on back there. There's paper airplanes flying up people's ass. I don't know what the hell goes on in the writing team conference room, or I don't know where they are, when they're thinking up this fucking shit. Anyway, after the match, Rollins starts gloating. Ambrose throws the bell at him, and he gives him the dirty deeds on the table. Baron Corbin, he's got a video package to throw. The show is 3 hours. We can't find a match for Corbin. You know, okay. Vickie Guerrero comes out. Yes, Vickie Guerrero, this annoying piece of shit, finally comes back. She starts, repeating herself over and over to, hashtag Vickie for SmackDown COO, whatever. She gets dragged away by security. And then JBO gets up and goes, Vickie Guerrero. Okay. Why is JBL so happy? This segment, it's like, they guys not see how awkward this is, how random, and how much this is not working, and how much a segment like that is a total fucking miss. I mean, like, who was supposed to be entertained by that? First of all, who wanted to see Vickie Guerrero again? I guess it fits into the theme of former authority figures showing up out of the blue. But it's not like they're really doing anything entertaining with them. The crowd was not really responding to this that much. They just booed Vickie like they normally did, but you sense that there wasn't a genuine interest in what was going on. And then it was just done like that. No impact. It's just a random segment out there. Big Show's in the back. He gives a speech to Team USA. We're having a... just for whatever reason, it's the 4th of July, so they're having Team USA against the multinational alliance. And they're teaming faces with heels because they're going to get along because it's the 4th of July. Okay. The Dudleys are heels, so why would they team up with the faces? Logic gets thrown out the window. The Golden Truth defeats the Vaudevillains. The Vaudevillains, they bring these guys up from NXT. They start feuding with New Day, and now they're losing to the Golden Truth in a minute. Where do they really think that this team is going to go? Like, they really think they're going to get the fans invested in Golden Truth? R-Truth has been rapping his way down to the ring for fucking 7 years now. Like, even longer than that. 8 years. Rapping his way down to the ring. And nothing has really prospered for Truth in this amount of time. They gave him a slight push with The Miz to face off against The Rock and John Cena. And then they killed his buzz just like that. And now it's just like, look at the position that both these guys are in. R-Truth, Goldust. Two talented guys that I'm sure if, in any other walk of life, probably could have, been doing something meaningful right now. Goldust would have been feuding with his brother Cody in an epic feud, and I'm sure R-Truth could probably end up being a way bigger star than he is now. But of course, that wasn't in the cards for them. So they're going to go with this shit instead. Let's bury the Vaudevillains in under a minute. And let's, prop up this team that no one could possibly care about. Why are they putting so much time and energy into this team? Is what I don't get. They built this up better than they build up their main events with their own champion. So why the hell would anybody be interested in this team? Which is with two guys that haven't been over in God knows how long, and they're not even taking the proper steps to get the guys over. And they're putting so much time into it. It's like, think about this. They put more time into building the Golden Truth than to giving Dean Ambrose a proper personality. And he's their world champion. Anyway, then you've got Backlund and Darren Young in their segment backstage. And here's the thing I got to say about this, guys. During the food fight, we saw Darren Young, right? So obviously this segment here is supposed to be off location. It's not at the arena, I'm going to guess. Young is like, he's there at the arena. We saw him during the food fight. He was there. He was involved in the food fight. He was on camera quite clearly. I think he even said some stuff that were audible on camera. And now here he is again. It's like he's already debuted. He's backstage. We see him. It's like, what do they think? We're fucking stupid? We see him there backstage. And they're trying to make like, no, he's not at the arena. Oh, I didn't just see him. What? Huh? Like, get real here for a second. I mean, how stupid do they think people are in 2016 with this shit? It's not even like they tried to hide him backstage. He was there. He was visible. He was even audible, for Christ's sakes. And we're pretending now, well, we didn't see him. No, unacceptable. Un-motherfucking acceptable. And let's talk a little bit more about this. I wanted to get off topic because it ain't a major thing. So Backlund is going to give Darren Young the crossface chicken wing. I like this idea. For the love of God, let Backlund be with Darren Young when he debuts. That could be entertaining. But once again, they are dragging this out. Dragging it out. How long have they been doing these video packages for? 3 months? Like, come on, debut these motherfuckers already. We need somebody like Bob Backlund to entertain us. For God's sakes, it can't just be Enzo and Cass the whole time trying their hardest to try to put some excitement back into this show. So you've got this segment was so poorly done, though. I mean, the delay between Young and Backlund. Backlund's there with his excited face and all the credit in the world to this energetic genius that is Bob Backlund. But he's like standing there like he's waiting for a fucking football to come at him or some shit. Like, I don't know, catching a baseball or something. He's like in this stance here and he's waiting for Darren Young. And Darren Young is finished talking like a fucking year ago. And then he responds, like the delay. I know they're doing this via satellite, but the delay was fucking crazy. If that was the case, they should have fucking scrapped this segment altogether and tried something different. I understand they're trying to do something different here. That's exactly what it is with the side-by-side. You know, like it's like a, I don't know why it has to be that way. Why they're not at the arena doing this. Everything is backstage as it is. The Wyatts are backstage. Everyone's via satellite. I guess they don't want to be in the ring anymore. Or choose a different location. I mean, look at it's just a green screen, for Christ's sake. Cena comes out. We get a promo. Styles comes out with the club. And I gotta say, I say it like week after week. I look at Styles, and I just have to applaud the guy for, how far he's come. I see the guy in TNA suffering, cutting promos about Claire Lynch and Dixie Carter relationships at meetings at hotels for the TNA fans that followed it. Guys, you gotta give me credit. I stuck with TNA for that long that I still remember that shit even. Anyway, also I gotta mention this. The stuff going on with Matt Hardy is 10 times more entertaining than any of the fucking shit on this show. The reason why I don't watch TNA, because that's the only thing good that's on it. I can just see that on YouTube. I've watched it already. I've been following it. That stuff is 10 times better than any of the shit on this fucking show. But anyway, AJ sounds like a true professional on the mic. All the credit in the world to this guy. They end up beating up Cena, Enzo, and Cash. It's not Kid Cash. It's motherfucking Cass. Comes to his rescue. So we're going to get a match at Battleground. We all thought it was going to be AJ and Cena. I guess they're saving that for SummerSlam, but this should be an interesting tag match, I gotta say. Enzo and Cass and Cena against the club. It's something for, that in-between pay-per-view. The Shining Stars are in the back. Not in the back. They're doing their green screen bullshit, and it's like, these guys had one match 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 5 months ago, whatever the fuck it happened. And now they're back to doing these video packages. It's like, once again, we also saw them during the food fight, just like Darren Young. And it's like, how long are they going to keep doing these video packages? They're not over. They're never going to be over. So why do we keep doing them? I don't understand. Like, where are they going with this? What's the direction of it? Are they just gonna keep doing this for all fucking eternity? I mean, eventually it will die out. But for Christ's sakes, just end this shit already. It's not over. It's not working. It's not a good idea. Why do we keep pressing on it? Like, if you had a good idea, I could see keeping it up. Why not? It's good. It's a good idea. But if it's a bad idea that's already failed and flopped, why does McMahon continue to, persist with this shit? So you had Becky Lynch defeating Summer Rae. I've never seen a worse suplex in my life. I'm just going to say that. You got the multinational alliance backstage. They're equivalent backstage. They're fighting. I don't care about this match. It's a random match that means fucking nothing. It's like he said, at least do something. Like a little something here that's at least meaningful on this show. Besides this, there was a little Sonics promotional thing. I usually hate when they do this, but when Enzo and Cass did this, it was actually kind of funny. It just shows that Enzo and Cass could take shit and turn it into something entertaining. I'm not even kidding. I was entertained by this segment. It's because it was Enzo and Cass. Then the New Day come out. They start knocking the Wyatts. The Wyatts come on the Titantron. Bray challenges them to come to, what do they call it? Where they live. Anyway, it's like the New Day accepts. So I don't understand. So they're gonna go there and fight them. But that would actually be kind of interesting. That'd be more interesting if they actually than having a match against one another. Because it's like, I don't even want to see that. But if they go on their I don't know I can't even think of the word. Somebody tell me in the comments. Their compound. That's it. That's what I was thinking of. That's the word. Motherfucking compound. To go on the Wyatt's compound, where they live, their territory, their turf. So now the words are coming to me. Anyway, it's a hot day, motherfuckers. Cut me a fucking break here. So anyway, they said they're gonna go there, and then Xavier is acting all nervous. He says that they need to wise up. They're getting in over their head, and Woods just walks off. They think he's kidding, but he's serious. And I don't know where they're gonna go with this, and it might lead to the breakup of New Day. And to that I say, thank fucking God. If they're not going to go back to heel New Day, then get this fucking baby shit off my screen. I'm all for it. I'm kind of interested. They're going to go to their compound now. If they have a fight or something, that could be kind of cool. If they have the match, kind of like how they had the dungeon match between Ken Shamrock and Owen Hart. This could actually be really entertaining. I'm actually looking forward to seeing that. Team USA beat the multinational alliance. It was like a Survivor Series elimination match. The Big Show and Zack Ryder are the final surviving teammates. So, you got a main event, a long anticipated main event with Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose. We're going to have the Shield there. Finally having that one-on-one match. This was something that a lot of fans in the YWC even wanted to see at WrestleMania. People wanted to see that match even at WrestleMania 31, I think. Yeah. So it's like that's the match that they wanted to see, right? So uh, there's been a lot of build up towards a triple threat match with the Shield. We're gonna get it. Okay, I know Roman Reigns has been suspended and everything, but they could still do stuff with them. They did earlier tonight, and it was all right. I like the commentary from Ambrose, but this is the final note we're going out with on this show is Big Show and Zack Ryder. And you guys know that I like Zack Ryder. I do like the guy. I think he deserves a lot more than what he's getting. A lot of untapped potential there. But this is how we're going off. And it's like, you see Sheamus just laying in the ring, and you're like, that guy was world champion late last year. Just December of 2015, that guy was world champion. And I'm just like, guys, this is just completely fucking ridiculous. How did they end the 4th of July like this? This Raw. Now, I know they wanted to make something with the theme of for Independence Day, but this was just downright fucking retarded. What is this going to do? After this episode of Raw, they're going to just act like nothing on this show happened, so it didn't even count. Do this shit on SmackDown. Why do this on Raw? That means that maybe what they're going to do on SmackDown this week is going to be even more important than Raw. 3 hours. I mean, if they didn't have anything to show for it this week, then they should have cut it down to 2 hours, for the holidays. Let the wrestlers go home early, for fuck's sake. If this is the best they could fucking do. Now, I know they tried to put some of their biggest stars together for a big match, but for fuck's sake, could they at least try to do something with it? Okay, so they had a little bit of Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens fighting in there, but besides that, what the fuck did this have to do with anything? It was completely, people argue with me, oh, it wasn't random. It's because they were trying to do an Independence Day theme. Well, I don't fucking care. This is a fucking wrestling show with ongoing storylines and characters. This is like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, The Walking Dead, Rick is like, fuck these zombie motherfuckers. We're just gonna get down and party and have food fights and do random shit because it's the 4th of motherfucking July. I don't give a shit what holiday it is. There's no excuse for a bad show. I mean, come on. Even when they had Raws that weren't going to air until late on Saturday, they had late night Saturday Raws sometimes, and they ended up being good. What's the excuse for that? That was leading up to WrestleMania, for fuck's sake. And you're going to tell me that they can't put together a decent show. Oh, it's the holidays. We always use this excuse. But the thing is, as I said at the beginning of the video, we all know we would have gotten a Raw the same quality. Even if it wasn't a holiday, it still would have been bad. I mean, what does that say about them? Even though the show was on a holiday, you could say, oh, well, their brains were on vacation. Yeah, their brains are always on fucking vacation. Even if it isn't a fucking holiday episode. Any Monday out of the fucking year is a vacation for the writing team. They don't even fucking try. Terrible episode of Raw. Fuck it.